Hello, Hale.
Hi, Charles.
How are you? You must be in New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm in New Jersey right now. Good, how are you?
I didn't. Where in New Jersey do you live?
I live in Fort Lee.
I'm a little deaf, Hale, so you have to say that
I live in Fort Lee.
in Fort Meade.
Yeah.
Well, I used to live in Milburn, New Jersey,
Oh, wow.
but that was in 1947.
Oh, that's quite a bit ago.
Well, I'm delighted that we were able to talk finally, and I'm very, very pleased with the work you did.
Oh,
Tell me about yourself and what's cooking.
wait. Pardon? Can you repeat that again?
Tell me about yourself and what you'd like to know from me.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, I mean, it was my I read over all your, like, websites and all the documents that you've been sending us. And my interpretation was that you're trying to build a software, right?
Uh, Eventually, it'll be software, uh, but I felt that the SketchUp Pro was a good start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I remember Hugh reminded me that um, you might start wanting to like add details to the Model 2 and stuff.
I'm going to have to say that again to make sure I understood. You said that I'm going to want to add details to the model, right?
Yeah,
And perhaps the best way to go is to tell you what I have in mind.
yeah,
Uh,
please.
I I can't get over how much I liked your visual representation. It really captured it. It was transparent. It was clean, uh, and it really was just great. Uh, Tell me a little bit more about yourself in terms of what I understand you're going to be working for an advertising agency.
So there is a project base that I'm working on with Hugh at the moment, and that is for the advertising agency. But I'm not really like it's not like a contract job. It's more like project based.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of putting the details together for them right now. But so far I've been working at my school, like at BU for like the School of Business. I I help them make graphics for their master's courses. They want to release like online courses that count towards their master's program. And I'm in the team where they come up with the courses, and I'm kind of like a graphic designer slash like in-house artist, coming up with graphics to like assist in like putting up displays for like anything related to the course. So like I've made like opening sequence of like education videos. I've made like badges for like completion on like, and I've made like course document headers or like just stuff like that. So
Let me
um,
repeat that so that you know I'm staying with you. That you're
sure.
working at BU and you're working on an online course and you take care of the graphic design so that when these courses come up, they're laid out properly in their headers, and you're part of a team there
Yeah.
that Hugh has as a project, uh, and that you may are you in this country? Are you Hugh mentioned you were Korean, but
Yeah.
your home is in must be in New Jersey.
Yeah. I'm a citizen here, so like I'm a Korean American. Like I'm from the States. Like I grew up here. I grew up in New Jersey.
Okay, so you're an American.
Hmm.
That's great. And would you like to stay in Boston?
So I would like to, but like I just don't have like a set job, and like the rent is pretty the living expense is like a bit overwhelming for me at the moment. So I've arranged with the school that I work remotely from home as of now. But if I have the right opportunity, like I want to be in Boston working.
Wow. Well, based, I just want to suggest a possibility that's a long shot. But I'm an 81-year-old entrepreneur. I've started many companies, and I just sent out a mailing to potential charity donors for this research.
I'm losing connection here. I'm not hearing anything. I'm gonna call you back there, okay?
No. My ear hit the mute button.
Oh, okay.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, so I lost you and I am.
That was just an ear mute. And I'm saying that if we could work remotely from New Jersey, and you could come up here, you can stay at my house. I've got a big house. And if I can raise the money, we can turn this into a sort of a beginning additional project that could pay you.
Really?
It really. And
That's a very generous offer from you.
well, it's a generous possibility, not an offer. Because
Generous possibility.
it's a generous possibility. What I'm trying to do is take this minimally viable product which is a prototype, and enhance it to show how it could work, and then go out and get demonstration projects with anyone in the world. And I've got 50 possibilities. And once we get the prototype far enough along that we can show what it can do, we can begin to get projects. And I have another company that I work with too that's a learning company that develops training programs for the pharmaceutical companies, many of which are in New Jersey.
That sounds like a good plan.
I'm the founder of that company. I'm not currently on the website because everybody thought I was going to die, but I didn't. But you can find it at wholesystems.com.
Yeah, I did check out a couple of the links websites and.
But I'm the big stockholder and founder, and I hired all those people.
Oh wow.
And we're doing $3.5 million in revenue, and profitable, and have lots of projects, and they are a big candidate to get for our demonstration projects. So there really are big possibilities, Hyo.
Charlie, I am so glad to hear this right now. I'm more than excited for it, obviously.
Well, let's talk a little bit now about how we might make a very few additions to the prototype.
Yeah.
To begin to demonstrate how it can become an interactive exploratory plaything. I will send you an advertisement that for Salesforce.com. Have you ever heard of them?
No. Could you tell me what they are?
They're a enterprise software company that manages customer relationships. And they're a huge company. I use them to manage my client list. But they're a platform that is based on, as all the other platforms are, whether it's Google or Microsoft or Apple, they're two-dimensional graphical user interfaces. I assume you're familiar with a graphical user interface.
Yeah. I'm a very techie person. I love like engaging myself with like technology. So I'm pretty. I want to say like I'm a really good like I can find my way around like
That's
using like any software.
you're being a techie person is wonderful because I'm not really a techie person. I'm a humanities and creativity person who dabbles with technology, and I know what I want to do, but I'm not really a techie person. I know enough to communicate, but not enough to do it.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm going to make a note to myself to send you a link to a YouTube explaining the history of the graphical user interface.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, it goes from command line interfaces to graphical user interfaces, then with touch screens and so forth. That's all. That's you know about that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm inventing is the next generation user interface. That's a pattern recognition user interface that represents the whole wide world, beginning with the prototype you just built for me.
Yeah.
And so, to the extent that we can show a screen, that at the top of the screen is that model that you built,
Mm-hmm.
and the bottom of the screen are alphanumeric symbolic icons, so that you can click on or enter data in the bottom of the screen, and you'll either see or light up the appropriate parts of the. So the graphical user interface is at the bottom, and the pattern recognition user interface is at the top.
Yeah. So I'm guessing so. If the input is on the bottom, and then so that like the model that I was helping the prototype will work as a visualization of the pattern recognition, right?
And by the way, Hio, I love it when you repeat what I said, so I know that you understood.
Thank you. I'm just trying to make sure we're on the same page when we're talking.
Well, let's keep doing that because that's a very important learning tool and very helpful to me. So the inputs at the bottom, the interactive response is at the top, and eventually I'm going to want it to go two ways. I'm not sure how we do that yet.
Mm-hmm.
So what I had in mind was I might suggest maybe over the weekend that I would list some input data at the bottom and then describe what parts of the pattern either lit up or changed color or you'd get a user view of.
I kind of lost you. I think. Could you repeat that again?
Another ear mute.
Yep. Can I ask you to backtrack?
Let me say that again.
Yep.
We agree that the input's at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
The interaction is at the top.
Yeah.
And you're able to instantly translate an alphanumeric icon of some sort and see a visual representation.
Mm-hmm.
The concept that I have for this pattern recognition user interface that I call the 3D mind,
Yep.
which is meant to be like the city of Manhattan as a metaphor of 55th Avenue going up and down on the z-axis, the spatial axis, the sagittal axis, and the y-axis, the elevators going up and down, and the x-axis being the cross street, 57th Street.
Yeah, I'm following you there, but I was more curious to see, like, would you be able to give me, like, an example of, like, how